Hey folks, it's Harry from Dilbertesque BBQ. Today I am in Walmart and I wanted to show you guys how you can find food in the store and you can make the most out of this shelter-in-place situation we're all in. As you can see, the shelves are pretty empty here, but we're going to show you guys how to kind of make do with what you can find in the store and cook some great meals for your family here. I did find one chicken there, so we have prime rib here, ground beef. I have a brisket here, so let's go figure out something to do with the brisket. Hey everybody, it's Harry from Dilbertesque BBQ, the YouTube channel that teaches you how to master barbecue so you can spread barbecue love. You've seen me cook ribs many times on my channel and I'm up to about 250 videos, probably another 500 more coming your way. There's just so many ways to cook barbecue that is almost endless. For those of you who ask me how to cook ribs and who do not have a pit, you guys want to cook it in the oven or cook it on a gas grill. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys how to cook some competition style ribs in your gas grill and teach you guys how to get a little bit of a smoked flavor on it. May not be as good as a regular pit, but for those in a pinch or those without equipment or those who are staying at home, sheltering in place like me because of the pandemic, cooking ribs on the gas grill would definitely be an option. I'm going to show you guys some tips and tricks. A lot of you have asked me also when I shoot these videos, right? What's that behind me? Those are actually trophies, and I have actually run out of room in my house, in my workplace, and in my garage with all these trophies. So I was going to kind of talk you through what these are. These are what I call Team of the Year trophies. I won Team of the Year in California and in Arizona 2 years in a row. But this is not the extent of the trophies that I have. Some of you have seen my garage here that I have no more room to park my car because it's piled high with trophies up the wazoo. And these trophies are won all over America, and I had to stack them 3 levels high and pretty deep, and just lots and lots of trophies. Not sure what to do with all these trophies. Maybe one day, if I ever open a restaurant, I'll be able to, kind of pass on my trophies and put it in a restaurant. More and more trophies here. In my workplace, is the same thing. I'll get you some footage of my work. It's all full of trophies here, and people always ask me, "Hey, who's this Asian dude cooking barbecue, teaching people how to cook?" When I tell you that the techniques that I teach you have won grand championships, don't believe me, you can go to my website under my awards page, look at all the awards I've won. If not, you can watch this video and see all these different trophies that I have, many more trophies than I possibly need for the rest of my life. That's why I am actually cooking barbecue, show you guys how to cook barbecue so you can spread barbecue love because, Harry doesn't need to win any more trophies. I want you to be winning those trophies, whether you're a backyard hero, you own a restaurant, you're a caterer, or you're just cooking competition. I want you to excel and, gain the kind of knowledge that I'm going to pass on to you so you too can spread barbecue love in this world where we need a little bit more tolerance, a little bit more kindness, and survive this epidemic or pandemic that is consuming our nation and the world today. I went to Walmart and I was able to find the last 3 slabs of ribs in the Walmart in Diamond Bar. These are Smithfield Extra Tender baby back ribs. I was going to shoot a rib episode with St. Louis ribs. I'm going to trim it back from a spare rib, but couldn't find any. So I guess this is going to be it for you guys here. We're going to cook some Smithfield Extra Tender on the gas grill. A lot of you have seen me cook ribs using my award-winning rub, Slap Your Daddy all-purpose, combined with the chicken rub on the meat side and then on the bone side with all-purpose. And a lot of you said, "Hey Harry, can't find your rub, no money to buy. Can you teach us how to make a rub?" You are in luck because in today's episode, I'm going to show you guys a pretty good recipe, Harry's 12 ingredient rub recipe. We're going to mix it on the fly here, show you guys what's involved, show you guys how to make a rub from scratch. So you don't want to pay $11.95 to this guy to buy his product. You can go ahead and make your own at home and create a championship result, which I'm going to show you from start to end. So I have my bowl here. So we're going to go, I'm going to write this down for you, so don't worry. We're going to do a little bit of a black pepper and white pepper action. 2 tablespoons of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of white pepper. 3 tablespoons of kosher salt. About 1 teaspoon of granulated onion, about 1 teaspoon of cayenne. Cayenne is pretty spicy. You like it spicy, go ahead and make it spicy. It's up to you. Well, granulated garlic, about 1 tablespoon of that. A little bit of smoked paprika action here for color and for flavor. 1 tablespoon of that. A little bit of dry mustard from Coleman, about 1 teaspoon. Then this one is a secret ingredient here. So this is a honey powder. You can buy this in a Korean market or Asian market. It's not very expensive. Fortunately, I live in Diamond Bar. There's a lot of Korean community here, and easy for me to find a honey crystals. You can buy this one. If not, just substitute with 4 tablespoons of brown sugar or 3 tablespoons of regular granulated sugar. If you can't find honey, don't sweat over it. It's not the end of the world here. Okay. I have a little bit of ground ginger here, about 1 teaspoon of ginger. A little bit of turmeric, about half a teaspoon of turmeric for flavor and color. And just a dash of cinnamon, probably a half teaspoon of cinnamon right here. And you have a award-winning rub right here. So go make your own if you don't want to buy it from this guy or any other favorite person you have. Go and stir it up. Wonderful flavor. If you were here, you could smell the aroma of the rub. And I'm going to put it into a shaker and then put it on the ribs. I'm going to throw it on the gas grill, show you guys how to set up a gas grill for convection current cooking using a piece of wood so that you too can get some wonderful championship ribs on your gas grill at home. All right, faux pas here. I forgot to put this thing in here. So all 12 ingredients, everybody in the pool. See, this is what happens when you're talking, right? And you try to shoot a video and you're trying to cook and you're trying to, figure out what to do next. This tends to be a little bit challenging, but we got it under control here. So I'm just gonna stir it up. If you don't have all these ingredients, not to worry. If you can get the most of the ingredients in here, it will be fine. And don't worry about the honey powder. You can also use a little bit of sugar or brown sugar. It's fine. But honey powder, I think, gives a nice flavor here. Taste test. Wow, good. Salty, sweet, spicy. A little bit of garlicky flavor in it. A little bit of a paprika flavor. Excellent. So ready to go. Put the rub in a shaker, ready to go. Well, we can first thing want to do is pull the membrane for these baby back ribs from Walmart. You can use a little blunt instrument like a butter knife. Slide your butter knife into the membrane. There are 2 membranes in the back, so make sure you just get the top one. Try not to pull both of them. And as a tip, you want to use a piece of towel, easier to hold, like so. Run it to the other side, and then you pull. The membrane will come off. Whether you should pull the membrane or not, or cook with membrane on, that's another 3-hour argument. So everything you watch on my channel, whatever way you find that you cook best with or without membrane, knock yourself out, because I really, think that there's many ways to get to the top of the mountain. You can do it any way you want. So long as you're spreading love, really, I don't think that it really matters how you cook your food. I always tell people, when you learn all this from my channel, you go out and you meet people who cook barbecue, please learn how to have some humility. When somebody tells you, Harry, I make the best rib in the world, and the way I do it, I boil my ribs first before I cook. Now that you are my subscriber on my channel, please resist the temptation to say something unkind. In fact, the question you should ask is, wow, that's an interesting way to cook ribs, man. What technique is that? You boil your ribs first before you cook them? I've never tried that before. And resist the temptation to say something unkind. And you ask the person, what do you do with the ribs? If that person says that, hey, I make my boiled ribs and I throw in a grill with some barbecue sauce and I use it to spread love, your proper response is to put aside all you learned from me, what you know, put aside the lizard brain and say, hey, that's great. Can I try some of your love ribs? Because that's how the world should be. We should learn how to be tolerant. We should learn how to be kind to one another. All right, I pulled the membrane already, so let's put some of the seasoning on here. You don't need a lot of seasoning, just a nice even layer, kind of like that. You can make it spicy if you like. I like spicy, so I put a little bit more cayenne, but you can put less cayenne if you want. If you are on a low salt diet, you can skip the salt. Don't put the salt, you'll be fine. If you're diabetic, don't put the sugar or the honey powder, you'll be fine. I want to show you guys, my style of cooking is like MMA style. If I need to use BJJ, Krav Maga, Taekwondo, kickboxing, karate, that's what I do. I have no formal training, so everything you see me do is I'm a total quack. All I can say is that I now won many awards cooking my food and in double blind judging contest. So just get some of the rub on it, get it on the gas grill. I'll show you guys how to set it up so that you can use your gas grill to cook. You can squirt a little bit of mustard on it also if you like to help the rub stick. You can use a little bit of water, it's fine too. All right, I lied, I couldn't find the mustard here, but a little bit of Worcestershire will work. Or in England they call it Worcester sauce. When I was in England and I taught classes in London, I brought this with me, and for those of you who have good eyesight, this thing is a British condiment and the American version is made in Pittsburgh. So my British students and my host promptly threw my bottle of Lee and Perrins in the trash. They said, don't come to England and bring your Lee and Perrins from America. We have the real Lee and Perrins here. So someone went out and bought some Lee and Perrins. The Lee and Perrins is actually one of the first iterations of fish sauce. And for those of you who follow how Lee and Perrins was actually invented, a British nobleman liked a particular chutney from India. He commissioned his employees, two chemists by the name of Mr. Lee and Mr. Perrins, to try to reverse engineer that special chutney that he liked from India. They failed after many tries, and then they threw the condiment in the cellar. And some brave soul 2 years later decided to give it a taste test, and that's how Worcestershire was born. So a little bit of a failed experiment. And sometimes, the best things in life are accidents. Just like me, I'm the accidental pitmaster. I have no business standing here in front of you talking about cooking barbecue, telling you I won all these awards, because I got into barbecue by accident after the movie called The Bucket List. When my co-workers challenged me to do a stretch goal on our work bucket list, I ended up cooking a contest, winning it, and the rest is, you say, history. Okay, so this is ready to go. Let's show you guys how to put it onto the pit. And you want to make sure it's nice and even on the seasoning, not too much, not too little, just right, like Goldilocks. For you to grill your ribs on a gas grill or smoke it, you need to learn how to set your burners. So I've set my burners so that I have this cool zone and a hot zone. I put a couple of chunks of wood, and you can see I'm smoking right now. The wood is smoking. I have a little bit of let's see here, this is a cherry wood, and I have a little bit of orange and cherry, so it's a good combination that I like. You can try any combination you want on your ribs, and just find something that you enjoy using. Place the ribs on the rib rack here, always the big bone up. So you want to set up a convection current on your rib rack so that you can get about, say, 275, 300 degrees. Smoke your ribs until the crust sets, and then we're going to do a wrap, then after throw in the oven. And the wood is smoking here, so you can see that. Let it get crusted, and then start to spray water once you see crust beginning to form. As you can see, you can get quite a lot of smoke using kind of wood chunks like so. You want to be able to get enough smoke over the meat. So you want to have a convection current where it's hot, and then the airflow will go this way, kind of bathe the meat with smoke. The only downside about cooking on the gas grill is you have to change out your wood chunks pretty often. I would say, well, this will burn up probably about 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. So we're going to keep adding wood chunks to our grill, keep the lid closed, smoke our ribs to gas grill perfection. All right, it's crusting up nicely. the wood is almost gone. Time to add another chunk of wood. We have a little bit disaster here. What happened was I wasn't paying attention and my rib kind of fell over on the fire. It got burned a little bit. So we'll see if we can salvage this rib here. This one looks still pretty good. Alright, do a scratch test, check the crust here. Crust is coming along fine. Try to salvage this rib here. Scrape it off here. A little bit of char here. That's not too bad. Still good eating. Yep, I wasn't very careful and my little rib fell onto the fire. That's okay. See, even professional pitmasters make mistakes here. What happens is when the rib cooks, right, the muscles contract and it kind of, tilted itself over. No problemo. We can keep going here. All right, looks beautiful. Time to spray. Get some of that crust. This one's a little bit burned, but we'll salvage it. Ribs have crusted perfectly in the gas grill. I'm gonna apply some product now. I'm gonna go into the foil phase. The brown sugar. A bit of butter. You can use parquet if you like, but I just have butter here. Something wonderful about brown sugar and butter. It's absolutely fantastic. A little bit sweetener. I got some honey here. And just a touch of rub. A little bit of mango nectar. So about 1 teaspoon is fine. A bit over. Brown sugar. Butter. Honey. Rub. And a bit of mango nectar. Alright, we can do a burrito wrap on this. Take off some of the sharp edges here before I do that. Okay. We're gonna pop it in a 275-degree oven. As I always said, BTU is BTU is BTU. If you don't want to put it in the oven, you want to put it back in the gas cooker, that's fine. But I'm too cheap and lazy, so the ribs not gonna care whether it's in the oven or in the gas grill or in your pit. So save some money, put it in the oven. Let's check the rib for doneness. All you want to do is just poke it between the bones. See if it's nice and tender. Let me get the back of a plastic fork here. Pretend the back of the plastic fork is like your teeth. So what you do is you poke it between the bones here. See if it's soft. It's nice and soft now. Goes right through. So that's a good way to check for ribs. This rib is done. We're going to remove it from the oven. Beans, you waiting for your snack? You have to wait, okay? It's not ready yet. We'll go ahead and plate the ribs now. I have some melted butter here. I'm gonna add a little bit of my Dilbertesque barbecue sauce. Add a little bit of honey also. Mix it up. Brush it on the ribs. Flip it over. Absolutely gorgeous. Using a Dal Strong chef knife here. Some cuts. Let's go ahead and plate the ribs here. I'm gonna try to make a tower of ribs. A little bit of coleslaw on top. Here's a final plated dish. Don't have to do it so fancy, but it's nice to do fancy stuff now and then. Instead of always just eating off the cutting board, it's always nice to eat with your eyes. This is a nice platter here. This would look really good even in a restaurant setting. And you can enjoy your ribs this way. A bit of a coleslaw on top. Beans is waiting for me. Right, Beans? Just hang on a second, okay? I'm almost done with the shoot, Beans. So here's the beautiful finished product plated for you, and Beans wants some too, right? Beans, just wait a minute, okay? Let me do a taste on camera. I hope you guys like this. This is not how I usually serve my ribs, but I thought for you guys today and for Beans and my son Brian, we're all stuck at home, 3 guys and 2 guys and a dog. So this is what we want to try to show you guys, how you can cook some wonderful baby back ribs on a gas grill. So no smoker. So I use a wood chunk, cherry, and orange. So Brian, grab a rib. Let's toast. Little Jenga going on here. Whoa. All right. Cheers, son. All right. Cheers. Cheers to you too, guys, out there. Crazy good. Like falling off the bone. Very good. You know, it's not bad. The smoke flavor is not bad, right? It's a very light smoke. Even though cook on a gas grill, light smoke flavor. Super tender. Brian's going for a second one now. May have a second bite. Wow. Very good rib, huh? Good. So you saw me mix the barbecue sauce with butter, a little bit of honey at the end. I just brush it on and do a little coleslaw action if you like. Also, a little bit of greens. I served it on a bed of baked beans. So you don't have to make it so fancy, but hey, when you're stuck at home, sheltering in place, this is not a bad meal to share with your friends and family and loved ones. Cook on a gas grill, no less, with a little bit of a spaghetti sauce. So, all good. You've seen Brian and me eat it now. Now it's time for Mr. Beans. Right? Okay, so Mr. Beans, you're waiting?
He's not supposed to have it.
He's not supposed to eat this, but I'll give him a small bite, okay? Just for good old time's sake. All right, Beans. Wait. Hey, wait. Sit. Wait. Stay. All right, stay. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, have a bite. Just one bite. Not too much. That's not too much. Don't eat my hand, okay? Was it good? Thumbs up, Beans. I think he likes it. It's a little spicy, a little sweet, a little smoky. So again, thanks for stopping by, watching us cook a gas grilled ribs. This is a baby back from Walmart. Pretty good rib, huh, Brian? What do you think? Pass? All right. So until the next video, please like, subscribe, and share. We'll see ya. Please be safe in this pandemic. Stay home. Wash your hands. Don't go out. Don't come in contact with anybody else. Everybody, be safe until the next video. We will see ya.
Continue to spread that barbecue love.
All right, that too. Continue to spread barbecue love. Wherever you are, have fun.